Yo, what's going on, guys? Going to be showing you the true power of Garen jungle utilizing turbo chem tank. Normally, I'd recommend prowlers on Garen, but if you are the only tank on your team, as you can imagine, going for prowlers is kind of sketchy because it's AD and lethality. So who's going to tank, right? So this game, we'll be going for the super inexpensive, very affordable turbo chem tank. It's one of the cheapest mythics in the game, especially for tanks. Can give us movement speed, some really useful stats. After that, we can look for some lethality or just keep building tank, either or. If we're fed, we'll maybe pick up a Youmuu's. If we're not, we can just look for Deadman's or yeah, probably just a Deadman's, honestly. Their team is AP heavy, actually. I think I'd go Force of Nature. Their whole team's AP except for Jhin, so I think it's a Force of Nature game here. One of the cool things about Garen is he farms super easy. If you guys are bad at farming or you get really low on HP, I think Garen would be a great pickup in your jungle arsenal. The monsters don't remove his passive. You do generally want to start on red side. You'll have a lot more HP this way. See, we're full HP. We haven't even used a refill. We had a one-person leash. Really can't complain about his clears. If you want to fight on scuttles, do a 5 camp clear. If you don't want to fight for the first scuttle, just do a 6 camp full clear. We'll bomb this guy. We'll get our W now. When do we do OPGGs on Friday? One of the toughest things about going Garen jungle is your teammates freaking out. I would recommend at least playing it in normals first, or having some kind of Garen something on your match history so they don't freak out. That way you can say you're a Garen jungle main, because it is still unusual, but Garen jungle has some solid win rates and it has some really good carry potential, I'd say. I'm going to accidentally reset this. If I try to take them both out at the same time, I'll come fight in Italy. I'm full HP. Scuttle just spawned in like 4 seconds ago. I can't get to 𝐒𝐂𝐈. She's running the other way. I'll never be able to catch up. She's probably going to have to kill herself, unfortunately. It's a good trade. I mean, they're wasting a lot of time chasing her. So if she does kill herself, they're losing quite a bit. We're going to go for that 𝐒𝐿max first. You don't need a T-mat or any kind of AoE clear on Garen because of the 𝐒𝐿max. I want to kill Nidalee. She's really low. I don't think we can kill this chick. Oh no, Sona's getting beat down. I really didn't want to shove this wave. I kind of ruined that for 𝐒𝐂𝐈. My bad. I'll go top lane. I think Nidalee probably took this, so I'm going to run around this area. I believe she's already taken the scuttle, which is going to give that neutral vision, so I got to run around it. If there's a way for a Kayle to entice Volibear, that would be fantastic. We're going to ghost in, bop him with the Q, stay on with E, smite cannon. You may say, why smite cannon? Just to maybe give Kayle a level up or give myself a level up. Sometimes you only need a little bit of XP, or your teammate needs a little bit. It'll help you out. We're gonna hit a refill. Our minions are gonna kill her, I think. Yep. Range minions are no joke. 2 range minions is almost equal to a Soraka auto attack. Not too shabby. We're in a great spot. Worst thing that can happen to you on Garen jungle is if they're picking things like Janna and Ivern. I would recommend banning Janna or Ivern if you're going to play Garen. Shield supports ruin you. Heal supports like Soraka, at the very least, you can pick up an Executioner's Calling and cut their heals in half, which is fantastic. But against shield supports, you're kind of just screwed. Yes, you can go for Serpent's Fang, but Serpent's Fang kind of sucks. I'm not a huge fan of the item. So, ban Ivern. Ivern OP. First item we're going to go was Chem Tank. Pick up that, pick up that, pick up that. And we'll grab a little bit of this. We're going to be really strong versus their team since they are super AP heavy. Volley's mostly AP. Nid's AP. Ari's mostly AP with a bit of true damage. Blitzcrank's like full AP champ. They are basically 85% magic damage. So after 𝐒𝐿, we can look for something like a Force of Nature or maybe even a Hex Drinker. Can I save that? No, I can't. You need to make the judgment calls when you see bad shit happening. You really have to ask yourself, one, can I get there in time? And two, if you can you do anything about it? And the answer to that was no, we couldn't get there. And even if we could, it was not going to go good for us. A lot of times when you're playing ranked, your teammates will kind of ping you into these weird situations where you know you can't even get there. In those cases, just ignore them. It's better to just mute them than it is to tell them to be quiet or to shut up. Because then it makes them very combative. And it doesn't help at all. I can't get to her. I don't have boots. And your Q level 1, the speed up on your Q level 1 doesn't last very long either. If I had my ghost, I'd run her down and kill her. I don't believe I can get there in time. Kind of feel bad for letting her die. Sorry, 𝐒𝐿𝐂𝐈. I don't think I would have gotten there in time. I would have gotten close though. How do you stop feeding on AD carry? Pick a safer AD carry like Ezreal if you're not duo with your support. Hit the blue buff. Thank you. I needed that. I have my ghost on. Oh, I think Ari just killed herself. Oh, yeah, once Garen starts his Q animation, as long as it goes at least a quarter of the way through, the rest of it will go off even if they flash the wall. Beautiful. Still on our extended ghost. I'm going to go ahead and cross over. Unlucky. Go ahead and snag this. I believe Nidalee going to be over here in a moment. Their bot lane is missing, which is making me nervous. I need to pull this out a bit more. Oh, I should say just there. Jin's missing. We just killed Blitzcrank. I'm going to leave this area. Always hit the scuttle with Q first, especially if you're not worried about the enemy jungler. Q's going to scrape the shield. We'll go ahead and take blue Gromp same time. Ooh, oh no. Ashe is going to get it here. Poor Ashe. She may have just set us up for a couple of kills, though. We have our W on for damage reduction and CC, just in case Jhin snares us or something. I guess realistically we should hold on to it, because your W is not going to lower the CC for Blitzcrank hooks or knockup, so realistically there, until I hit a Jhin slow or a Jhin snare, I should have held on to the W. We'll take blue Gromp same time and then we'll reset. Which junglers would I recommend for someone who's new? I would say anything you can farm with high health on. Things like Warwick, Xin Zhao, Kayn are all great options. Simple junglers that... really anything. If you can farm on something and be at least 3/4 HP all the time, you'll have good results on it. Triss mid is so disgusting right now. I know, right? It's been disgusting for the past 3 or 4 patches, but she hasn't been getting much attention up until they played her in pro play recently mid lane. Super, super impressive. I love the champ. It's a shame they're going to nerf her to the ground. I don't think they want her mid lane. We can finally get our 𝐒𝐿𝐿. You should be able to get it far before the 10-minute mark because it is so inexpensive. We've just been sitting on a crap load of gold. Against their team, I'm actually going to go for Merc Treads. They're super AP heavy. They have 4 AP, remember. Next up, I'm going to go for Yeah, we can't go Prowlers because it's a mythic, so probably just go for Youmuu's. Like I said, if you are ahead, you can go for the Youmuu's for the extra movement speed. If you're not ahead, or if you need to be tankier, just pick up Dead Man's or Force of Nature. I'll probably just go Youmuu's into Force of Nature here. I don't think they're fed enough to consistently kill me. You can also use Q from base. I was just looking at chat there. 𝐒𝐿's dead. Volley should have just fought her. Yeah. Fighting Volley without heal cut's really, really hard. His W's heal him like crazy. You can trick a lot of people with Volley Bird talk because you just don't realize how big his W heals are. We dodged his damage. Got him. I think that wave's actually going to push to 𝐒𝐿. 𝐒𝐿's, the way the minions lined up, that was really weird. We'll keep an eye on it. I'm interested now. Yeah, that's pretty... Wait, you know, I can't tell. Looks like 𝐒𝐿's wave's going to push out because it reinforces first. That was weird. I thought 𝐒𝐿's like range creeps ended up in the front line, but they actually didn't. So, poor 𝐒𝐿. We're going to ghost for this guy. So we'll just go for Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank was a much easier target. Extended our ghost duration. That actually landed. What? Nidalee doesn't want to throw hands right now. She knows what's going to happen. We're going to bop her down. Syndra good right now. She's fine. She's constantly decent. Regardless of how meta she is, you'll constantly see people like Dopa and Faker playing Syndra because she's just such a strong control mage with her stuns and range. She has the kit to be consistently good through really any meta or any patch. I don't know if I can get there in time. I'm gonna chem tank these guys down. I never got a chance to R volley bear. I think 𝐒𝐿 dies, as you can imagine. Guess we got Blitzcrank. She's just gonna keep running. That's unfortunate. That's annoying. I gotta get out of here. Juke that one out. That's fine. Looks like 𝐒𝐿 got the Jhin. Nice. He's gonna try to hook one of us into turret. Nice. Got my chem tank on this guy. I'll use my W. And he's gone. One final bot. Good stuff. Let's get that Gromp. Yeah, Garen's E is really, really nice. It has more range than his auto attacks. You see that? Here's his auto range. There's his E range. So with a lot of melee champions, especially if they're chasing you, you can shred them with an E and they can't quite reach you. You can bait a lot of them out that way. Garen is valuable in the jungle. Yes, Garen is, I'd say, about as good as Poppy jungle is. I think Garen outscales Poppy, but Poppy's level 3 ganks are considerably better than Garen ganks are. Garen's 1v1s tend to be stronger than Poppy jungle's ganks, though. And that was a really weird fight near their blue buff. We were just kind of over there forever. I'm going to cross down for that dragon. Every single time your chem tank's up, you want to try to look for a play off of it. Such a playmaking tool. We still have about 30 seconds until it's back up. Yo, Nas Rito 695. Thank you for the tier 1 sub, man. Welcome to the stream. Wiping some crumbs off my keyboard. Garen's such a beautiful jungle champion. Having that built-in clear on his E. He's gotten buffs to do extra damage to monsters with his E. He's gotten buffs to where monsters don't scrape off his passive. They've, over the past 6 months, they've really been engineering this champion to be a jungler. Whee! Run! Oh, man. I'm still on my ghost as well. Not even close. Look at that healing off of the camps. I'm gonna red smite or use my W. I'm taking 0 damage. Do you see that healing I was getting off the monsters though? If you want to try to fight people on Garen, especially like after your first back, fight them near wraps, chew them up with your E as you're fighting it. Evelyn's I don't know if Evelyn still is. She used to be the same way with her Q on wraps, but it's mainly the Ravenous Hunter and your jungle item healing that you're feeling whenever you do that. 𝐒𝐿_TANK's up in 24. I'll just back. I'm sitting on so much gold. My 𝐒𝐿_TANK's down. R's still currently down. Sitting on a full Youmuu's. And I think we'll just go straight for... Let's go straight for Force of Nature. It's going to give us movement speed, magic resist, really everything we need. We'll push off base. I don't generally like to wait for more than 80 gold sitting in base for too long. Plus, we're really strong. We don't really need it. We have double speed up items as is. 𝐒𝐿_TANK Mundo is this overtuned. Why play Garen 𝐒𝐿_TANK over Mundo? I'd say that I actually prefer Garen jungle in a lot of ways to Mundo. I know that sounds really cheesy, but I'm trying to think of a good reason why. Like, why Garen over Mundo jungle. Okay, let me put it this way. Garen is more AD heavy. Mundo's more AP heavy. And I know Mundo still does a lot of AD with his E. But Mundo's cleavers, flames, and items are all doing AP damage mainly. Garen, on the other hand, is doing mostly... Plus, okay, so Garen's a little AD heavier. Plus, Garen has more AoE to begin with. Like, Garen's E does way more damage than Mundo Flames. I kind of feel like Garen jungle would counter Mundo jungle, like directly counter it. That's a tough one, man. I guess a better answer to your question is, I'm not necessarily going to say Garen is better than Mundo jungle right now, but I will say that Garen is very underplayed. For how strong he is, he definitely should get more playtime than he gets. That's the best answer I can give you right now. Am I planning on doing a Viego video? One, he's a better jungler than he is. Once they give him a jungle buff, I'll play him. He's pretty bad at jungle right now. We're Drinker Eclipse on Pantheon jungle. As far as I know, it's typically Eclipse, isn't it? Looks like Blitzcrank didn't want to hook me in. Yeah, I don't like this. Blitzcrank's making me really nervous. I don't want to get hooked, then charmed and snared under turret. I'm trying to just scare them away from the Ashe a little bit. Yeah, Blitzcrank's so low. We're gonna pop our Yomus here. I'll tank turret, I don't care. That was a really close dive. Jin almost lived there, believe me, guys. He was so close to living. If he could have just survived another 6 seconds, he would have lived. Mark my words. Alright, next up. They don't have that much AD. He says, why you gotta do this to me, Garen? People just don't realize just how not close it is when they're running. They don't realize that you have another 6+ seconds. You know, I'll go Dead Man's. I want some more movement speed. Plus, it's going to help me out against the armor. Why did you give me my 4th death? Who would want to be one Ross? Garen or Kane? Be pretty damn close. Full build Garen against full build Kane. That'd be really, really close, man. They're both going to have to build heal cut because they're both going to be healing so much. Oh, no. I should have tried to block that better than I did. I'd say 1v1s, it might lean a little more towards Garen. However, Kane is way slipperier in team fights. Like, Kane is way more mobile than Garen could ever be in a team fight. Because Kane can dash around, he can ult people, his Q's on such a short cooldown. Ultimately, Red Kane should give you more value in general in team fights than Garen is. When Garen's this big, though, man, he can do what he wants. Do what I want. Do what I want, because I'm Garen. Got that little W shield and got a little bit of that triumphant healing. Look at that. Dude, look at that healing, though. Back to full HP. Dude, Graves or 𝐒𝐿𝐂𝐋 jungle game eventually, my friend. Gotta give Nidalee some of that Demacian justice. Oh, I don't even think I used my... I don't think I've been using my items lately. I'm on my, Ooh, these Jin Rs don't feel good, though. Those Jin Rs were not fun. Jin, where are you going, though? Look at that damage! Like, that's just, it's just so demoralizing. Garen is so over the top tanky. I'm gonna get all of our HP back here in a second. Who's up? It's Blitz and Ari. He's just gonna run me into Fountain. He's running straight back to it. I don't think we can end. They're gonna play under double turret and Fountain. We gotta go hit a side lane or something. If you guys enjoyed this Garen jungle video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and feel free to come chat and chill live on stream. We stream 5 days a week on Twitch TV. My name is 𝐒𝐿𝐂𝐋. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.